This is my 14.4 1.5 horsepower dual CFM vivohome monster, and it's got 1.35 microns. 1.35 microns. My last best was 1.7 microns, so it's kicking butt and taking names, baby. Pretty awesome, dude. This is a 1.5 horsepower 14.4 CFM dual stage monster pump. Should work out perfectly for this system. And we will open that up, and we have this valved off, and we're all good to go. Start her up. And in case you're wondering, that is 38.3 microns, 37 microns, not 370. When I tell you guys to buy a big pump, you know, you may not have to get this one. This one's, you know, maybe $120 more than you were willing to spend on the original pump. This was $250, and the one I wanted to get was $117 or $150 or something. So let's just say it's $100 more. But for $20 more, you can get the ones that I use normally, which is the, instead of this one here being 1.5 horsepower, 14.4 CFM dual stage, the normal ones I use are 1 horsepower, 12 CFM dual stage, and they work perfectly fine, and it's only $20 more than the 7 CFM one. The point I'm making here is when you go bigger, it takes care of problems. In other words, if there's some kind of issue going on, this pump will suck it out of there. It'll just be past, it'll get past whatever problems you had. That's what's nice about having a big pump. And if you have a small pump, especially a smaller pump than what I've been told you by, 7 CFM is the smallest you should have for sure. But if you were to go with smaller than that, well, then that's just it. You're creating problems. I don't know why this thing is not working out. That's why. Anyway, if you don't want to go up to this one here, it's $100 more, then fine. At least go to $20 more and get the 1 horsepower, 12 CFM dual stage. Because the 7 CFM dual stage, a 1/2 horsepower, is simply, it works. It works. It'll take a few minutes, you know what I mean? We're over here at 18.3 microns right now in about 2 minutes. I don't know how long it's been, but it hadn't been very damn long. I'm going to let it go down as low as it'll get, and then I'm going to put a hook up our decay test for 10 minutes and see if we rise. So right now, I screwed this thing up. I was supposed to put this right here. Dang it. I got to doing, normally this is going up here, and so I have it going the other direction. I see that. I didn't see it going downhill like this. Yeah, I had to go downhill because this valve here turns off and on this direction. I couldn't have it against the building. So anyway, that's a problem. Well, it'll get a little dirty. I'll just have to clean it. I've shown you my videos on how to clean the micron gauge, and I'll clean this one after we're done. Well, maybe I'll go ahead and it goes pretty fast. So maybe I'll just start over. It's at 14 microns, and that alarm says it's going down so fast that it's actually an alarm saying, hello, it's going awfully fast. Yeah, too bad. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down and put the micron gauge where it belongs so I can valve it off. Okay? Is that right? Yeah, so I don't have to get it dirty at all. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Now let me go ahead and valve it off right now, and then I won't, before I release my refrigerant, I'll do that. Okay, I'll pump it down again. That's what I'll do. I guess I'll just wait, give it a few more minutes and see how low we can get. We're at 13 microns right now, at 12, and we'll see as low as I can get it. Give me a few more minutes, and then we'll valve it off, turn it off, and let our decay test go, and then I'll move it then, and then just start my vacuuming over. It only takes a few minutes to do it when you got a nice pump. If you had a little girl's pump, you would never see 12 microns, of course. Matter of fact, with my big 1 horsepower, 12 CFM, I've only got down to 9 one time. Other than that, it's been around 20. Okay, right now we're at 11.8, and so we're pretty damn close to the lowest I've gotten with my 1 horsepower. And this is the 1.5 horsepower, 14.4 CFM. So this one here is pretty darn good. I really like it. I love the smoothness of it. It's like a sewing machine. It just runs smooth. It may get down to 9 like my other one did. So we'll see. It's pretty close. 10.6. Okay, good. I made 9. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll vacuum again. I'll bring it back in for the end of it. You already see how good it does. You don't have to watch this again. I'll bring it to the end of it though, and show you how good it does in my second vacuuming with the micron gauge the way it belongs. You're supposed to have it right here so you can valve it off and protect it from the refrigerant when we release the refrigerant. Okay. Right now, if I release the refrigerant, it would come into here and dirty up my micron gauge. So it's not, there's no valve to protect it. There's only a valve to protect it to go this way and a valve to go this way. So I need to have it right here still. So anyway, 9.4, pretty darn good. I'll get it down to that low on the second time around. 9.3, that's pretty darn good. All right, I'll give it a couple more minutes, see if we can get to 8. If we get to 8, then I'm going to stop it. Oh, look at that, 8.9. All right, I'm going to stop it. And just so I'll valve it off now. Turn that off. And release that. Release that. And so I always release my hose when I do that also. So it doesn't want to drag the oil from the pump into the hose. Okay. So at this point, I didn't clean my valve off and everything, you know. You're supposed to clean it. but I was so low that I didn't think it would matter. And I allow it to always go 100 over my low, and we were down to 8 or 9. And so I allowed it to go to 109. And right now we're at 18.7. And if it even came close to that, I would just start the pump over again. But I don't imagine it will. We had a nice, good pressure check. It tested perfect, no leaks. So I expect my vacuuming, when that happens, you expect your vacuuming to go perfect also. One hand washes the other in these systems. And if one thing's perfect, the other one's perfect too. So again, normally you clean your valves off, okay? And so that way you're not, any kind of molecules of air around the valve, which I've shown you on previous videos, are just plenty. And that really causes a problem. And you can see it perhaps caused a little bit of a problem. It went from, oh great, it went from 8 to 21 or whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean, 21.1. And it may not even gone that high had I cleaned my valves. So the point is, it might have just stuck right where it was at, pretty close. When you're that low, there's no non-condensables left. Okay, when it goes high, when you're done doing the thing and it rises, that's because there's non-condensables in the system, and that reacts to the micron gauge. The micron, every single micron is 1/1,000,000th of a meter of mercury. Okay, 1/1,000,000th of a meter. Again, you can't see that on an analog gauge, but on a micron gauge, you see it a lot. So to get it low, like we had it a minute ago, that's like 9 or something, 8.5 or whatever it was. I've literally gotten out all the non-condensables. Okay, the fact that it's 22.6 now means, and that was from this down valve, I'm positive. On the next one over, I'm going to show you. I'm going to clean that valve off. I don't believe I'll be anywhere near 22.8. I believe it'll stay right around that 9 or 10 or whatever, because all the non-condensables are gone. That's what's nice about having a big pump. You don't have to screw around. There's no dick in the dog in these things. They just do the work and then you're done. So anyway, we'll give it 8 more minutes, and I'm not going to make you watch. I'll bring it back and show you what happened at the end of the 8 minutes, and we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and restart the whole thing and put it back where it belongs before I release my refrigerant.